The Book of Changes contains our changing lives, and I learned through the Book of Changes that the change is the way to save me and save us. So, it is said that the original meaning of changes is to be mutually beneficial. Let's look at a paragraph from the Book of Changes.
법력 지정 근이 불상득.
The nature of the changes is like this. If we are close but there is no benefit to each other,
즉흉 혹해지회 차린.
it becomes bad or harmful. All that remains is regret and disappointment. Benefit can also be read as virtue, and it is said that if people who are close to each other do not share their virtues or provide mutual support, negative consequences may accumulate, leading to regrettable situations. A mutually beneficial relationship, it is in line with the nature of the changes that can save each other. By receiving help from others for something I pursue, and by helping others for something they pursue, we save each other and grow together. The changes tell us that if we are close, it should be a relationship that benefits both of us. It is not a one-sided advantage, but rather a mutual benefit. So, the Book of Changes gives advice to recognize people who are helpful to each other through the words he uses.
장반자 기사참.
The one who will betray in the future says those words of shame. People often say that it is a stab in the back. It is said that in order to avoid such things happening, if you carefully observe the words they use, you can see their shame. It is said that in situations that ordinary people just pass by, they are suspicious of something and are overly sensitive to it. It is believed that the basis of this shame is the prevailing thought that they are not respected and ignored by the other person. It is said that they are caught up in this shame and make a wrong judgment without having time to properly understand the other person's intentions. If shameful moments accumulate, there will come a time when they will rebel against the person who caused them shame.
중심의자 기사지.
Those who harbor doubts keep asking and their words multiply. Doubt breeds hesitation and uncertainty, leading to a chain of questions and lengthy discussions. The Book of Changes advises that if someone keeps asking you the same questions, it means they haven't yet made up their mind.
기린지사과.
A good person speaks little. Who is a good person? What would you say auspicious is? Situations where things work out as I intended or things are resolved smoothly even though I didn't plan. The case is said to be auspicious. Then, wouldn't the person who helps me to make this smooth situation unfold be a good person? It is said that they talk little, so they are seen through actions rather than words. Those who are seen through their actions rather than their words, and who show their agility in action rather than in speech, are the auspicious people, the good people, aren't they?
조인지사다.
Impatient people talk a lot. When we rush things, it's rare to find people readily agreeing. And so we end up talking a lot to persuade them. The Book of Changes advises us to give others time to think and wait. If that is the right intention to save oneself and others, there will be people who agree with that will, right?
무선진 기사 유.
People who pretend to be good speak vain words. The words of a false person who pretends to care for others are not true, and therefore have no possibility of becoming reality. It may be disguised for a moment, but over time it will be revealed. This brings to mind the English proverb, "Old friends and old wine are best."
실기수자 기사 굴.
A person who has lost his principles will be servile in his speech. Those who have abandoned their values have nothing to hold on to, and so they are said to be obsequious. If someone tries to please me and bows down to me, they are people who can lose my trust without any conviction. While I might be momentarily swayed by their sweet talk and feel flattered, the Book of Changes warns us to be wary of their sugary words. To maintain healthy human relationships, we must carefully examine and observe the words of others. We must start by upholding our own principles and becoming good persons ourselves, so that together we can create a beautiful society where everyone can flourish. The nature of the changes is like this. If we are close but there is no benefit to each other, it becomes bad or harmful. All that remains is regret and disappointment. The one who will betray in the future says those words of shame. Those who harbor doubts keep asking and their words multiply. A good person speaks little. Impatient people talk a lot. People who pretend to be good speak vain words. A person who has lost his principles will be servile in his speech. It is said that our words not only convey our thoughts and opinions but also reveal our character. Once words have left our lips, they cannot be taken back. Our words can reveal our own character, and they can also reveal the character of others. Perhaps we should start considering the other implications of our words before we speak. Thank you. Please subscribe.